Hi Flosstube, it's Lisa Smith, Kindred Stitcher. Today is September, I think it's the 15th. It could be the 16th, but I think it's the 15th. This is video 107, I believe. I need Carol's husband to be here to prompt me to figure out the math as to what video we're on. Welcome to my channel. This is a channel about cross stitch, crafting, life updates, etc. And it's going to be probably, I say this every time, it's going to be a shorter video, but who knows. And it's hot out, and I have the windows closed because my husband is outside with the skid steer clearing out the place where we're going to put the foundation for our house, which is so exciting. It's super exciting. Also, dust everywhere. The tiny house is papered in dust. It's just, I went outside onto the front porch, little deck area, and it was a completely, it's like somebody sprayed a whole layer of dust on it. So I'm really thankful that he's getting that done. We're going to smooth it out, plant some grass, put some rock in to mitigate the mud for this winter. But I'll be glad when we no longer have the skid steer here, because it just means dust and dirt. So it's a little bit hot in here, and I have the fan going, so if you hear a little background noise, that's why. And otherwise, I would just be fanning myself all the time. So let's talk about what's going on. There's so much going on in the world, don't you think? It just feels like there's a ton of things going on. All the people who are at retreats, who've been to retreats and are sharing your retreat videos, I'm living vicariously through you. The Pacific Northwest Summit's going on right now and in Portland. I'm not going to that one. We just had so much going on. I am going to my friend Lori's house next weekend with a few other friends. And then the next weekend, I'm going to Mexico for a wedding. I wasn't going to go, but my girlfriends that I went to Ireland and Scotland with when we turned 50, that's one of their daughters. And she's the same age as my oldest son, and she's, we were going to go, and then we moved, and so now I'm going anyway, because I'm staying with the girlfriends. And my husband's staying home because he's going hunting the next weekend, so, or the next couple days after I get back. So there's a ton going on. Then we get back, I'm here for 2 or 3 weeks. Then I go to the Farm Girl Retreat. Actually go to Country Sampler first, then the Farm Girl Retreat, then I fly back, and then I go to the Blackbird Retreat, Blackbird and Plum Street Retreat at the Attic, like the following Wednesday. So much. So I've had a break, and I'm glad to be, it'll be fun to be back on the road. And in the meantime, I'm living vicariously through everybody who else is at retreats. All right, enough of that. Enough of retreat talk. Since I last saw you, was working on Summer Moon by Plum Street, and I finished it. By the way, I love these. I'm sorry about the slamming. Todd's going in and out of the shop. I love these project boards. Lori made me a couple as a gift, and Lori Holt, my friend Lori Textiles, made them for me, but Lori Holt, I think, has a video, or maybe it's Fat Quarter Shop. Kimberly Jolly might have a video on how to make them. They're super handy though. So if you're a Flosstuber, use one of these, because you don't even really need clips. They just stick to the board. This is Plum Street, Summer Moon. I'm very rambly today. I don't know what's going on. Trying to hurry, I think. Summer Moon, and do you not just love that brick house? And it took for darn ever to stitch, let me tell you. But the colors are wow. It is so pretty. And this is on 40 count pecan butter by Lakeside. All of the called for threads. And there weren't that many. I want to say there's like, I don't know, six or 8. It wasn't, you know, a break the bank amount, but I really, really enjoyed stitching it. I saved, since I saw you last, I finished the top, well, I finished this whole top half, basically. I think I had the roof done. I think I had part of this left to do, like maybe in this area. I finished the moon, that took forever, and then I stitched this last because it's the dessert. I love stitching it. So that's Summer Moon by Plum Street. And what else did I work on? Okay, so remember I said I was going to work on Autumn on Lazy Bear Mountain, and I think Olivia from Pumpkin Hollow Quilts. By the way, thank you for the sweet shout out, Olivia. You're so kind. She's like, maybe we should stitch on it together. And I was like, yeah. And I had that red wear pattern that I started in 2018. That's on my list. And did I work on either of those? No, I did not. So I pulled out Quaker Street by Marjorie Massey. We had seen this forever on, I don't know, social media or what have you, and I could never get the pattern. And then Kitten Stitcher paired with Marjorie Massey, and Teresa has that on her website. So that's Quaker Street, Marjorie Massey. I'm stitching this on 40 Count Vintage Straw Flower by Lakeside. And I haven't cut the fabric, so this is stitched with Silks for You, the black Silks for You. Now, it's not a solid black. It looks like it is on the picture, but it's not. And it's not like you wouldn't go, wow, that's really variegated. It's subtly variegated. And the lighter, hold on just a second. The lighter spots are kind of a grayish, bluish color. But that little Dutch girl, I love her. I already had that stitched. I had, I don't know why there's no A. There's not one in the pattern. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. I think I stitched the H and the I. She was already here, and I had done a little bit of this. So I stitched all the rest of this over the course of about a week. And I would say that is, my goal is to get all the way to the top and over. And that would put me like about a fifth of the way done-ish. Oops, other side, about a fifth of the way done. So it's my quacker, Q-U-A-K. So that was my other whip that I worked on. I haven't worked on anything else, and honestly, we switched teams around at work, so that's always disruptive, but this was really disruptive. I had some 14-hour days this week, so there's a few nights I just didn't stitch at all. Anyway, so that's the stitching that I've done. Also, a few things that I picked up. April from Homestead, what is it called? Homestead Needleworks. April Turner, I think, on Instagram. She had a board that was used on, I think Olivia from Pumpkin Hollow Quilts used this for Jack's, I don't remember what it's called. Anyway, I saw it. I have it stitched and finished on another way, and I wasn't really happy with the finish, so I'm going to use this. Jack, it's a Scarlet House, I think. I don't remember the name of it. Anyway, also enabled by So Tattered and Pumpkin Hollow. This is the, this isn't Joe Martin. This is Pam Buddha. Charcoal and cheddar. Charcoal and cheddar. Look at that. So pretty. And they have another one. She has another one coming out. This is the second bundle. Last year she had another one like this. And then she has another bundle called Butternut and Peppercorn. Oh, so pretty. Also, the Little Green Bean, or My Little Green Bean on Instagram, she is prolific. She had shown this. It's a wool applique garland, and it is so stinking cute. If you want to see the actual stitched piece done, go look on her channel. I'll put her Instagram name below. She did a pre-order for this. Look at that. Isn't that so cute? So here's the wool pieces that come with it. The balls and the candies, the peppermint candies. I think this is, she uses this to do the, must do it to do the embroidery for the wool applique, but I have never used a hoop for wool appliques, so I probably won't use the hoop itself. It is all inclusive. It's all in there. It's got all the threads. It looks like you stitch it with DMC, and it is adorable. So I bought that. It took a while to get it. I want to say it probably took a month to get it. She must have had a ton of pre-orders. Now, that's it for haul. Isn't that not crazy? That seems like I've never had that little haul. Not for a long time. So there's a couple things I want to show you in the rest of this video. One is I have a box of smalls. So I have all my finishes in my smalls in 2 of these. I'll do one this time, maybe I'll do the other one next time. This one is fuller. Todd made the bank of totes for me in the shop. So we live in a shop with a room, like a 20 or 24 foot by 14 foot room. And we had stacked everything in the corner of the shop, but the boxes were compressing. It was too heavy. So if you maybe have seen something like this on Instagram, it's a bank of a place that you can slide totes in. You've probably seen them where they slide them on the ceiling. You put rails in the ceiling and slide it. Well, this is just a freestanding up against a wall, and actually my husband screwed it to the wall. He's like, well, maybe I could have a couple of those for my hunting stuff. And I was like, nah, maybe not. I've got a lot of craft stuff. So we did another bank with more totes for things like the rest of our clothes, because one of these is supposed to hold all my clothes, and there's another one on the other side that has my husband's stuff, and we could not find clothes. So we've got clothes in there, we've got kitchen stuff, we've got bedding, towels, videos, just all kinds of stuff in those. And I'll insert a picture here. The first one will be the craft tote area, and the second one is the regular. So it's pretty nice. And today I'm going to go out to the shop. I need to finish putting things in those totes, clean up. My brother, his wife are coming into town, so we're having dinner tomorrow night, and we have a patio set in the shop that we can sit at and we'll barbecue and eat there tomorrow night. So I gotta get things cleaned up. And we gotta let the dust settle first. Anyway, so I'm gonna show you some finishes, and then I have stuff that I need to destash. I just have been meaning to do this for a long time, and I haven't. So I'm gonna let you peek at these, and then tomorrow on Instagram, on my sales page, which will be destashed also, is at Kindred Stitcher Designs. I'm going to show you some things I'm going to sell. So first, I'm going to do that. I'm going to flash through the things that are going to be on my destash page. And it's not that I don't love all of these. I just am overflowing. This is not everything, cross stitch wise. I have kits coming out of my ears. So, and I have some duplicates too. Lots of duplicates, quite frankly. Mary Hill, 1854, kitted up, and usually it's going to be with 40 count linen. This one is Ellen Carr, Needlework Press, kitted up. I think that was a, might have been from the attic. Sunday Morning, Samplers Remembered, very pretty, 40 count, kitted up. Long Dog Samplers Quilts. Y'all saw I had stitched that. Oh Sweet Humility by Cross Stitch Antiques. I have 2 of these. TW Designs, the Holly and the Ivy. Get ready for some Christmas stitching. Home for Christmas. I have 2 of these. Jane Williams, 1838. Kitted up. Scarlet House, Jane Charlotte Wynne, 1835. Kitted up. Pretty much, most of these are kitted up. This is Lily and Laurel. Lots of threads and materials kitted up. Dolly Fowles, Lions, 4 Lions sampler. Kitted up. The Blue Flower, not kitted. The Drawn Thread English Garden Pocket, isn't this pretty? Kitted up with NPIs. This I think is 32 count linen because it's a specific design. Elsie Curtis, Home Sweet Home, kitted up. This was from Quilter Station, and it was one that, well, I could see her. Elizabeth. Hello from Liz Matthews. Ah! It was an extra little design that came with our project. Winter Garden. Christmas Sentiments. My sister did this one. It was gorgeous. Love is Sometimes Blue. This is a limited edition kit through Twin Peak Primitives, but done locally. There's a needle minder in it. This is a Fibers to Die For forgery. This is a mystery sampler. I bought this off our site and thought I would stitch, and I haven't. Very pretty. This is different thread. I don't know if this is a flower thread. It kind of looks like it. So you do a little mystery challenge with that. Sampler roll. A lot of people have done this one. It's so pretty. Kit it up. It's Christmas, Sue Hillis. Mary Mary Needleworker. I love this one. I love to stitch this one. This is Lindy Stitches. I'm just not going to get to it. Pretty sure. Amena House. Samplers, remember? Just the pattern. Oh, Tannenbaum sampler. This is Stony Creek. Sally Ann Designs, the Legacy sampler. God's Lovely Samplers, the Design Connection. Merrily Beans Friendship. This is an antique old one. Whispered by the Wind, Gatekeepers. That's very Halloweenish. The Good Shepherd Sampler, Margaret and Margaret. That is an oldie but a goodie. And September Box by Cherished Stitches. Okay, believe it or not, that's not all that I'm going to destash, but that's all for now. That'll keep me busy, and I'll have to ship a lot of stuff. Hopefully people buy it. And I will list those all tomorrow. I don't have them priced. I don't have them listed. So I would encourage you to go look at my Instagram page at Kindred Stitcher Designs. Tomorrow, I will post them probably, I would say I'll probably post them at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. So I'll work on getting those priced, and I'll post them tomorrow. And that's Pacific time, 10 o'clock Pacific time. Okay, so let's look at some prior finishes. I am talking up a storm. And you've probably seen these if you've been on my channel for a while. But what I think is fun is looking at them when I pull them out. And I'm like, oh, I haven't seen this one for a while. Like here is a Brenda Gervais. This was a limited edition kit. I can't remember the name of it. It might be... This says, when this you see, remember me. I've done a couple of drums. This is one of them. I would say my drum skills need a little bit of work, but it's okay. It's not perfect, but it's all right. So there's the first one. The next one is a little needle book that I sent out and Faye Rigsby made for me. This is so pretty. It is one where I had a little sampler I finished in the 90s. I said, do what you want with it. Make whatever you want out of it. And this is what Faye made. And it is so sweet. It is all sweetness. So you can just, you know, pull it around and put a little bow on it. So there's that one. This was a gift in the gift exchange. This is a Blackbird Reward of Merit. And I love that fringe. I think that might have been from Holly. I can't remember. This might have been from, I don't remember who this was from. And I want to say this might be does anybody know, is this a Scarlet House? It's very adorable. Nice and firm. Like, I like them stuffed really firm. I would say that is something I need to get better at. I did the Blackbird Designs, Deck the Halls, and did them on all the called for thread. Finished with the little stuff that Barb and Elma recommended. This one cracks me up. It's a pelican. It's not a swan. But I think there's like some sentimental reason for that. Like there's some symbolism with it. Here's one, the Partridge in the Pear Tree. Isn't that sweet? I love that. And a little, it looks like maybe a little poinsettia type of flower. This lace was from Hobby Lobby. This one, oh, so pretty. Very pretty. And in those books, she has different ways you can finish it. And then the last one is a home sampler in that book. So that was Deck the Halls by Blackbird. This is for sure a Scarlet House. Scary something. Wasn't now I say that and I question myself. I finished this with the slit in the back, and then I put the wool over it, and then I left it open so you could tuck some scissors in there. This has both poly and walnut shells in it. It's got some nice body to it. Very cute. Bittersweet and pumpkins. Pumpkins and bittersweet. This one has, you can stitch it a couple different ways. I stitched it with the over one. Just did an orange background. And this is all walnut shells. It feels very crunchy, like you want to take a bite out of it. Right? What is this one? I can't remember. I think this is a gift. Is this a Blackbird also? There's that. This is stitched by my friend Tara Sully on Instagram. Sully something or other. And our friend Jen Purple Stitcher did it. And this is like the tightest ever. This is like goals. Finishing goals for sure. It's got that beautiful Blackbird fabric on the back. And there's a matching little, in fact it's right in front of me, a little bag that she made. She is amazing. So there's that. What else is in here? This is from Hands Across the Sea. This was a little gem, I think. Maybe. And this is only the very bottom of the sampler, and I made it into a pincushion. I think this might have been my first pincushion. The top's too big. So it's a little bit of a, you know, I don't know. Doesn't matter. It's cute. This is a Lila Studio. Very Valentine-ish, you know, super lacy. It's got the velvet on the back. It's very pretty. Be my Valentine. Be mine. It's got my husband's initials and mine on it. I think my husband looks at me. He's like, oh my gosh. This is a Shepherd's Bush kit with the Lady Dot Creates velveteen on the back and sort of a ruche finish. And I will tell you, I love Shepherd's Bush designs. And their kits are tremendous. This is a Pineberry Lane. This was Dying to Stitch. Little pin keep. And I saw somebody do it as a flat fold. I might take mine apart and make it a flat fold because this was really difficult to finish in this shape. As a pillow, I did not do a great job. There wasn't enough of the fabric to make the little hanger that was on the design. So it's okay, but it's not my favorite. And this is fun. Isn't this fun? May all your dreams come true. My friend Beth Twist. This is one of her pretty designs, and this was at the Pacific Northwest Retreat a few years ago. She was there with Paulette. Very pretty. Very Beth. Let's see, this is very Beth. Now, this is not quite as full as I would like it to be, so like Jen, hers was just like, it's like al dente, you know? Mine needs to be just a little bit fuller. This is a Cosford Rice Stitchery from the UK, C-O-S-F-O-R-D, Rice Stitchery. And this is their July basket. I made it sort of as a memorial to the Queen and stitched the British flag. I think there were a couple different flags you could have stitched. They gave you more than one. So that was fun. Oh, this one's better. I did a better job of stuffing this one. Okay, this is a Little House Needleworks, Home Sweet Home. It was a kit that I had, I think, from a D-Stash page. It was a lot of fun to stitch. I really like this sort of lacy design, and I see that in that Quaker. The Quaker Street by Marjorie Massey sort of has that same element, sort of a deckled edge if you are a paper crafter. Now, this is, what is the name of this pattern? This is Threadwork Primitives. I guess I better turn it right. I don't remember the name of the pattern. I'll link it below. And this is a French general fabric on the back. This also needs a little more fill to it. It's sawdust, but it's not quite as firm as it should be. It's a little bit slouchy, but boy, those colors are fantastic, aren't they? Her stuff, I really like Threadwork Primitives. Oh, this is Brenda Gervais. What is this little guy called? I don't remember. But this sits in a black glass vase that I have. I've shown it on my channel before. Of course, the vase is not with the cross stitch because I just have the cross stitches put together. But that one was pretty quick, and what came together, you know when a project comes together and you're like, hey, I can do this. You're like, that's okay. That turned out pretty decent. All right, Stacy Nash, Meet Me by the Garden Gate. Isn't this pretty? Oh, that's so pretty. This was a kit that came out from a retreat. Then later, the design was released. And this is a blackbird fabric on the back. Old line. But very, very pretty. Ruched. And a little button pin on the top. Wilhelmina by Plum Street. So cute. This particular frame was from Craft Warehouse. It's a regional craft big box store in the Pacific Northwest. They used to have these in ovals, rounds, black, and white. And I think I have one or two of them, but they don't carry them anymore. I just like that size is very, very good for smalls. Blackbird Designs. It's out of the Deer Hearts pattern. And I don't remember. I think this is a Dames of the Needle, maybe. Crushed velvet on the back. I don't think it's Lady Dot. And Barb and Elma, when they designed this, they pushed a pin through a little bead into the piece, and I knew that those would immediately fall out. Like I would be missing those. I'd be stepping on them through my house. So instead I sewed it. I took a little seed bead, and as I went through the glass bead, I just hooked it through the seed bead and came back down. So kept them in there. This is Samplers Not Forgotten, and she has those little kits that come out at market every year. This is one of them. And it's so sweet. I changed something. Oh, I put my initials here instead of the bow and the charm. I put the bow and the charm up there, so just a little bit of a change. Only two left in this box. This is Oliver, which is Stacy Nash. I got the kit from Country Sampler because Country Sampler makes you want to buy all their things when you go into the store. And it was a little bit fussy to put together, but not terrible. The last one is a reimagined rocking chair. I don't know if you remember when I did this one. It is a little Blackbird Designs, a scrap of their old fabric. And it has a little drawer in it that has also a little pillow. And then in the back is a needle, or is a scissor holder. It just sits right there. This used to have like a purple and white grungy old pillow on it, and so I just redid it. Well, there you go. That was what was in that box. Not too bad, my normal half an hour. So I will probably see you all in 3 weeks. Again, next week I'm gone to Lori's the following weekend and in Mexico. Then I'm back. So I don't know how much stitching I'll have, but I'll tell you about my vacations. And I hope that y'all have a wonderful September weekend, and we're praying for rain anytime now. So I will talk to you later. Take care.